And now they can push mid, pick up so much of that gold here. And nobody does get teleport, stop Owner from coming in, and wipe this team. Nobody does this to T1, but HLE for Viper and Kingen winning that team fight so single-handedly. Has level 16 now, and man, this is anyone's game to take now, but I'm starting to lean towards HLE. Now consider that Cloud Soul is permanent. Unlike this Baron, it is still going to be very useful for T1, especially when we get the setups on that potential Elder here. But for the first time in a long time, HLE can breathe. They have map control.
Like you mentioned, it's really all about patience, right? Like waiting so many times to have your moments, and they finally did. I think T1 just over-indexed over to the Cloud Drake, and especially the second they saw the TP, they're like, well, it's 5v3, we could just take it. And it did take Klid getting a very nice smite in what was a flip, essentially. Definitely we could have seen Owner get in there and just seal it away and the rest of the team back away, but because they were already forced into that fight, they had to go in, and then they just got bopped on the head by Kingen. I mean, a 3-man knockup, it's not much you can do about that. As now Zeus in a bit of trouble, can't really flash, as they're going in onto Zeka. The kick comes in from Owner. Zeka does survive for an incredibly long amount of time, and the damage from Viper is massive as the culling now from Guma. Faker goes in, they're gonna get the Draven as Viper stands up and nearly is able to just stand up to 4 members. And that's gonna be enough to stop T1 in their tracks.
Now, no ability here to grab a huge objective, so they get multiple kills here. It's 2 for 2 across the board. HLE can't push any further. Their carries are down. Well, this is a really important team fight here for T1 because they stopped the Baron, and they should be able to wrestle back some map control before the Elder fight. It's initially Zeka who is caught here. The angle of the tidal wave from life from so far away is beautiful. Stopwatch has to be burned. And remember, there's no res here anymore on this Wukong. The last one was lost by Zeus previously, so Klid gets out, but he loses that critical tool, which is so important for this Wukong in these upcoming fights, especially on objectives like Elder, because you force things so much more comfortably when you have that.
Yeah.
Faker getting closer to his death cap, though, picking up some extra gold in this last exchange. And this game is crazy wild.
Yeah, you mentioned the tidal wave, but also the Cyclone out of Klid was huge for disengaging their, like, those layered ultimates are essentially what keep T1 out of, you know, just hounding them all down. And it keeps them alive. It gives Viper a chance, even when Faker goes crazy in that backline. And now we might just have a little bit of Elder versus Baron action, because they're both going to spawn at basically the same time. This is going to get interesting.
This is really going to get interesting. Remember last time HLE were able to pull T1 around. T1 got greedy trying to do everything. But I cannot stress enough. Like, this is the first time I can remember T1 has made a mistake like that this year and have been caught off guard by a team, actually kind of juggling the aggro, juggling the attention, vision control, and looking for a turn there. The Weaver's Wall really throwing them for a loop as well. They got the soul, but lost the subsequent team fight trying to get both. It's just not a mistake that T1 ever makes. We consider this team to be the best team in the world at decision-making on these critical objectives.
Viper desperate to finish his IE.
Yeah.
I think
that's
he's
what
got it.
He should
yeah,
be able to have
does.
it. Yeah, he does.
He uses Whirling Death on the wave just to make sure he has the item. And timing is important. Speaking
of timing, 90 seconds, 80 seconds here on these 2 objectives. We may just see this extended setup fight here starting like literally now, because this objective is going to be the game deciding one. Grabbing Scuttle here, really important for T1, trying to get some bottom prio. Guma's pushing mid. The top lane way less important because the bottom lane is going to be good for both the Elder and the Baron. But with that inner's still up for both teams, there's no side lane pressure on an inhibitor here. When the Baron spawns, I think this fight is going to be all about the Elder Drake because it's the more important objective of the 2. And even though there is some vision here for T1 on the Baron, their focal point is definitely going to be bottom side of the map.
Definitely should be, especially with it spawning first. How about like esports though? I feel like they're on a better position right now as Klid really getting a little bit sneaky in the enemy jungle too. Really trying to clear out vision, maybe drop some wards. He doesn't have any more control wards though, as Owner taking a couple axes to the face.
That Draven damage is so huge at this point. This is what I was talking about. If you do get to 4 items, the Draven is ready to pop off.
Faker now.
So much control.
He has the death cap as, yep, that's 1 axe, guys.
Yeah.
1.
Faker has no flash.
They do have some sustain from the Sona. T1, you know, they don't really have vision on this objective. Like, HLE Esports have just pushed them away.
Clid is on an unknown flank angle. They're searching for him.
He's in the pit now. As meanwhile, coming around the back here is Zeus. He's got a good angle.
And Zeka wrapping around. A Weaver's Wall could cut T1 in half and win this game for HLE.
Could just be as the flash comes in. Kingan's going to find the front line. They're trying to burst down Faker as he doesn't have... Oh, he does right here at the end. And Clid should be the first one to go down. They just barely take him out as the GA here available for the side of Owner. Zeka's just flashing into 5 people trying to get the damage. Another 2-man knockup. Unbelievable as the divide comes in from Faker, but it's too little too late.
Viper's just doing too much damage. He's at full health. This should be the Elder for HLE. And man, what a fight between these two teams. T1, there's just no way they can win this anymore. They're going to actually back off and reset. The Drake it just has so much health. They actually aren't confident even with this Draven that they can rush it down. Crazy here. TP advantage. Faker barely gets his flash available. And look at this play here. Once again, Kingan to start things off. And then look at Clid. They have Tidal Wave, and then he's in here with a double Cyclone. He sacrifices himself here to make sure that there's enough space for Viper to actually get that work done. Once again, Viper not
taking any doing this, and we got TP in the bottom lane. They can't force this.
No, I don't think so, but now they're trapped here. Guma, how do you get out of here alive?
He should be okay, but I'm wondering about this Elder Drake.
I mean, they're holding the aggro. Yeah.
And okay, we got Clid coming in. They got to wait for their jungler, as this is just going off the rails right now. Over the wall, everybody's just watching from the bleachers, RT1. And okay, let's see how it goes. The Q is in, we got a wall down. As will they be able to deny Owner? Yes, they will. They take him out, does Kingan, as this guy is just insane today. He's a man on a mission, and that will be the Elder.
Now I just want to back away here and defend. And Baron is up. T1 are going to try to trade these objectives because they quote-unquote won the team fight as the wall went down and HLE decided to focus the Elder while pushing the enemy jungler out. But Owner, of course, is alive and has his smite at the ready. Clid does have smite, no flash. He's over for this with the Draven.
Oh, can he do it again? Can he do it again? He does!
What?
He's in and he gets it again!
Oh my God, Valdez, they get Exodia here. And how do you lose now? Clid surviving as well, gets out. And HLE, they should be able to group and push down the mid lane. Unbelievable turn on this game. I thought we were maybe going to be in for a banger today, but I had no idea clearly what was going to happen. And
yeah,
the amount of teamfight performances we're seeing from Kingan that are objective winning is just too high. Like, he is hitting these Qs perfectly. He's pulling Owner out of the pit. He's going at the exact right time. He's so tanky. He built Anathema's chains, so he's taking so little damage here with this tank build. When his Jack Shows gets online, he's basically going to live through everything, all out or no. The all out is just so useful at setting up, pulling one of these carries into harm's way.
Gotta be careful about the poke damage, but with this wall coming down, Kingan in a little bit of trouble. And Guma takes 2 axes and nearly dies. And they should be okay now with Exodia to continue pushing here. The damage is too much. I mean, even just one hit onto Faker could be it, and the Whirling Death is nearly that. Really on the axe's edge right now.
So hard to mess it up from here. One heroic play, T1 need to find one. Faker has Emperors.
This might be where you just got to throw it down. 30 seconds on Elder Buff. I don't think they've got enough time to wait through T1. HLE should just be able to slowly chip away.
Zay's looking for the flank here. When that Emperor's Divide comes down, you've got one chance, T1.
One chance and
15 seconds.
A dream, essentially. 12 seconds, the damage goes in. Owner gets the kick, but he's alone. Nobody can get in as Faker can't get over to the left. This game is over as Guma also will be chunked out. They want their KDA, and they deserve their KDA. They will have it now. HLE Esports will take game 1 in 40 minutes.
Unbelievable game, and one win away now from doing it again. HLE, the only team to defeat T1 this season.
Kingan is showing why he was World's MVP. Man.
Oh man,
what
that
an
was
insane game from this player.
Insane from Kingan. But T1 also played the early game so well. They had total control. They got the soul point very early. They had control over the map, which is one wrong call between that Drake and the Baron that really messed with T1. They were not able to get back control of the game from there, but they made it so hard even still. The Elder fight was so difficult for HLE to win. They played it so perfectly with this Nami. They had the Tidal Wave and Cyclone there to protect the forward push there of Viper so no one could kill him, no one could collapse on him. Faker goes down, that's the end of that fight. And then the one angle T1 happened for that, the additional Baron, the one more Baron. No, Klid says, I'm going to steal that, that's mine too.
Yeah.
Unbelievable game. And T1 were pushed to the brink, but so were Hanwha. That game looked so done. I said less than 5% chance to come back in this game against T1.
It's good you didn't bet your hair on it.
And they come back and do it. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, the gold lead was like 5K. They had total map control. Vision was shut down. It was very just standard T1 lead, right? And it just felt inevitable, but it was not. HLE Esports, they have the key, and they proved it again, at least in game one. And it's going to make the series very interesting from here on out.
Yeah.
Do you believe that they can 2-0?
I mean, I think there's a chance. I think side selection is going to be an interesting conversation to have, though, as the priority pick of the Lucian didn't work out. You know, the later scaling there of the Draven really coming back to bite T1. I still think they'll pick blue side, but who knows, Valdez? This series is crazy already.
Who knows? I guess we can just sit back and wait and enjoy it and hope that we get 3 games. Either way, guys, we'll take a break and have the space. We'll be right back.
Justification is no flash here on life, and Owner has a controller here at level 6 now.
To engage with hit.
Works hit.
Not really going to be too successful in that, actually. HLE's keeping this leash at the moment. Take a look at Klid's angle.
He's got flash.
They said no, this is coming in the wall as well. Zeus is way in the back line, like so far back there. Faker goes down. They take out Viper.
And walking into that brush. They're at least buying A.
And HLE,
You do not pull this team from objective to objective, get teleport, stop Owner from coming in, and wipe this team. Nobody does this to T1, but HLE, they were so patient, and they pulled it off. This teleport, stop Owner from coming in, and wipe this team. Nobody does this to T1, but HLE, they were so patient, and they pulled it off. This is huge. A full wipe and so much money here. And now they can push mid, pick up so much of that gold here, and their composition is starting to scale. The Talia has 3 items, has a death cap. Scimitar done for Viper, and Kingen winning that team fight so single-handedly. Has level 16 now, and man, this is anyone's game to take now, but I'm starting to lean towards HLE.
我哋分手啦，同你一齊咁耐，連架似樣少少嘅車都買唔起，仲妄想娶我？
先得個100呢嘅龍騎師，快啲躝屍趌路啦，正一九高。阿美，冇咗你，我以後仲點做人啊？
一無所有呢個真係。
開彎地門，3把。Nice，好快踩咗。好啦，打翻嚟，翻嚟見啦你。잘했어，좋았어。잘했다，다음 판 잘했어。됐어，터지고 봐。
Yesterday, I helped fight a giant snake, purple with 1,000 eyes and huge pointy teeth. But whoosh, boom! My fire looked so scary, it rushed off into the jungle, never to be seen